Welcome back to Good Day State Line. Today we are inside the fitness studio at Wesley Willows. We love coming here. We're always learning something new about the facility, and we are learning today with Sydney. You are the Director of Resident Experience.
Yes.
And so what are you going to talk to me about today?
Today I will be discussing the VirtuSense Technologies VST Balance Assessment System that we use here at Wesley Willows.
So why are we using this?
So the reason that we use the VST Balance System here is to identify fall risk and indicate overall levels of mobility for our residents. 1 in 4 Americans ages 65 and older experience a fall at least once per year. And falls are also the leading cause of fatal injuries among the senior population. So the fact that our residents have access to something like this allows for them to be proactive in preventing such falls in the future.
Is this something that you require, or is it an option for residents here?
This is not something that we require. It is simply an option for them. However, we've had a great turnout within the first 6 months of the program being run. We have had 124 residents who voluntarily came to do the assessment themselves.
So is it something also that you'd want to do once, and then when would you want to repeat it?
So typically we start off with the initial assessment, and what the initial assessment will tell us is their overall fall risk. It gives us a percentage on that. It also indicates their levels of mobility. So based on level of mobility, from there we can develop an individualized wellness plan, whether that be with our skilled therapy department or our fitness coordinators, to develop an individualized wellness plan tailored to their specific deficits.
So then would you do this assessment again in the future?
Yes, so we would do it again either 3 months after the initial assessment, 6 months after the initial assessment, or 1 year, depending on what their mobility levels were.
Okay, and I forgot to ask you, what else do you do here? We've got to do more than just the balance testing.
Yes. So I typically help our independent living residents on our east side of campus, so approximately 100 homes. If they have any questions or need help with anything or assistance, I'm typically their go-to person. I'm also heavily involved in memory care, life enrichment, and then I also am involved in the fitness department as well.
Okay, so you do a lot of things.
Yes, I never have the same day twice.
That's awesome. So here's what I'm really excited about. Every time I come here, somebody tells me I'm not old enough to participate, but I'm old enough. You're gonna give me this assessment.
I sure am.
I'm
yes.
so excited.
I am too. So the first thing is, you will have an icon on the screen that will monitor all of your movements throughout each assessment.
Okay.
So I have to get that activated.
Oh,
There
that's
you are.
me.
Alrighty, so for the very first one, you will actually be standing, keep coming this way a little bit. Okay, and keep coming. Okay, now turn around.
Okay.
Okay, so for the very first test, this is the gait analysis. It will be looking at your overall gait speed, step length, cadence, and posture as you do this. So what you want to do is when I say go, you're going to walk as fast as you can towards that sensor.
Okay, I'm so nervous.
Okay. As you're walking, I like to remind people just to keep an upright posture.
Okay.
You don't want to go too fast, just as quickly as you can at a walking pace, okay? Ready?
Yeah.
And go. Nice job.
Okay, thanks.
Test completed. Press next to finish the test.
And typically what we do, if anyone has any underlying conditions that I should know about, whether they have arthritic pain, joint pain, any knee or hip replacements, we usually like to indicate this in the comments. So if we have to do a referral to a different department, they're aware of that.
Not yet. But I'm sure it's coming someday.
All right. Okay, so you can come right in here and you'll see your little icon pop up again.
Okay.
You can actually face the computer.
Oh, okay.
You can get to the center of that X there. So you're really close
this is
already.
a game.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay, so for the very first one, this is called the forward lean.
Okay.
So what you're going to do is this is going to be your starting point. So your arms are going to remain parallel to the floor as you reach forward. The idea is to reach forward as far as you can. You can bend your knees, you can bend at the hips.
Okay.
You want to keep parallel, you don't want to dive down, and you also want to keep in mind that you want your heels to stay on the floor. It's easy to want to lift those so you can reach farther.
Okay.
But just to stay consistent and get accurate results, you want to keep your feet planted.
Okay.
So this is your starting point. It's going to measure how far your fingertips are moving forward.
Okay.
Go ahead and reach forward for me.
When finished, press stop to complete the test.
Nice job.
Thanks.
Okay, so as you can see here, it generates a report for each of the assessments that we did. At this point, I would sit down with the person who went through the assessment, explaining the results for each of the different tests that we did. From there, then we can have a good idea of what referral would be appropriate, whether it's having a consultation with a fitness coordinator to develop an individualized wellness plan, getting referred over to our skilled therapy, or some residents, if they score high mobility in all areas, sometimes they choose to continue doing what they're doing because typically that indicates that they're very active already.
That's awesome. So is this a technology that's been around for a long time, or is this newer?
This is newer. We actually launched this program back in January, so it's just very convenient to have the artificial intelligence and the machine vision that can objectively identify the deficits in gait, balance, and function, which are the 3 main indicators of overall mobility.
Awesome. Did I pass the test?
Yes, she did. As you can see, the green, she got high mobility in both of the assessments. The modified CAT said there's not enough data backed by research to give medium mobility levels, but our skilled therapists really like having that available to them.
I like how you said you might be medium, but that's not really good.
But overall, yes, you did very well, and the convenient thing about this is you can take these home with you.
Awesome. Well, thanks.
You're welcome.
Take it home, put it on your fridge. Coming up next, Dr. Kapoor from Transitions Hospice is joining us in the studio. And later, we're getting a tour of Tim Mahoney's new building in Freeport. We'll be right back with more Good Day Stateline.